Hello everyone, and this is Melrose Tech Tips. This is some videos that I want to put out that can kind of show you some things that are on the internet that can help teachers add to their instruction. It can help them, saves them some time, some just different tools that you can use in your classroom to keep things fresh for yourself, for your students, and hopefully make things a little easier for you. So I'm going to show you two sites today and how they can kind of work together. And the first site I'm going to show you is called Twee. Now, Twee has some other features, but the features that I like to use when I was teaching was the video features. So you can plug in a YouTube video, the link to it, and it can turn that into text. It can create questions for you. It can summarize the video for you. It can even create some warm-up problems for you. And so to show you an example, I'm going to take this Brain Pop video on change. I'm going to copy the link from YouTube, and I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to put it in this one first, to create questions for you. So you just put the link in right there. You put what type of questions. I'm going to do multiple choice, so A, B, C, D. And it only can do this for 5 minutes of YouTube video. So if the video is less than that, you're good. If it's longer than that, you have to move the bar to the section that you want it to pull questions from. So right here's this little bar. This video is only 5 minutes and 2 seconds, so just cutting off the last 2 seconds there. And then you just do the magics, and over here, it will generate the questions for you. You can see them as they're popping up. Now the nice thing about this is you can use these questions to help. You can create your own Google form. You can create your own little quiz based off that, a check for understanding. You can import that or export that, wherever you want. You can also edit. It gives you the answer key. You can also edit and take away questions that you don't really aren't fitting the standard that you're trying to meet. So like, how much does a snack cost in the first scenario? That's not really what we're talking about. I'm talking about making change. So the questions that are all about talking about how much change would you have to give, or how much your coins are amount, or how do you find change. All of those questions I'd keep, and I'd get rid of all the ones that aren't matching my learning target. Now, so that's one of the awesome features of Twee. One way that I use Twee, though, I'm going to go back, is I like this text one, and I'm gonna pair this up with another site you can use. So I'm going to turn it into text, and it's going to transcribe that video for me. Again, only 5 minutes. Do the magic. You can see over here it's working. It's going to take a little bit of time. So it'll transcribe that, and I'm going to wait for a second here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that transcription, and I'm going to use a site called Questionwell. It's up here. I know Mr. Krause talked about it last year, but I'm going to take a site called Questionwell, and I'm going to take this text, I'm going to paste into Questionwell, and it's going to generate ones. And the reason that you might want to do that is because Questionwell allows you to export those questions to Google Forms, Blooket, Kahoot, any of the sites that you use. So now I have my transcribed YouTube video right here. I'm going to copy that. Guess I could have hit the copy button. I'm going to go to Questionwell. I'm going to paste that text from the video right there. I'm going to say making change, give it a title. Making change, 3rd grade. English, yep. You can type in your standards right here, so make sure the questions stay close to what you're trying to get out of your students. If you upgrade, you can pick out different kind of ones. I want multiple choice, that's fine, so I'm going to generate my set. It's going to take a little bit of time, but now this is going to do the same thing that kind of Twee did and make those questions for you, but this one will allow you to export to different sites that you may be using in your classroom. Like I said, some of those games like Kahoot, or Google Form for you, instead of having to do the questions. So it's kind of where we can pair the two, pair Twee, pair Questionwell, and create some content for your students, or create some quizzes or different activities for your students that you can use in your classroom. And Questionwell, you can kind of see that feature that I just showed you to. Any text, you put that in there, it'll generate questions for you that you can use in your classroom. Maybe that's text that your students are reading or text that you plan to use. Right here you can see, here are all the questions. You can see the essential questions over here. They have their learning outcomes right here, the different types that they're looking for. You can get rid of questions that you don't want. It gives you a check with Google search here if you don't believe that that's the correct answer. And then once you have that and you like all that, you can export that to different things. So you can see here, you can export to all these different Gimkit, Canvas, all these different places. Google Slides, you can turn into Google Slides for you that you can use in your classroom. So kind of two cool websites that you can use in your classroom, hopefully help you out. And I hope you found this video useful for yourself, and maybe you can try it out this year with your students.